trust. Here's meteorologist Christine Gregory.
So the strong winds that we saw all throughout the day today were definitely a very interesting situation that we had. The setup that we had is not something that we see too often, and we have a lot of people that were asking questions as to how we were able to get so windy at the service, and it's all because of the sunshine that we saw today. In a normal situation, you've got all of these strong winds, and they are focused way above our heads in the atmosphere. In a normal situation, when you've got cloudy skies, those winds stay where they are. But what we saw today was sort of like a lava lamp effect. So you had all that sunshine come out. That helps generate a bunch of warmth at the surface. Now, a little science lesson, you've got the warm air there. It rises because it's less dense than the cold air. So once you get all of that mixing to occur from the surface aloft, you're able to bring all of those strong gusty winds down to the surface. And that's why we were able to see just those strong wind gusts of 60 to even 70 miles per hour. So definitely very unique situation there. That warm air that we saw today is still sort of in place. This is very warm for this time of night. We're in the 50s now, and winds definitely a lot less than they were earlier. We're seeing gusts around 30 miles per hour. So we're still breezy, but those high wind warnings have now been dropped because we have seen the worst of the winds already this afternoon. And now we're looking at continued quiet conditions on satellite and radar. Not really a whole lot to talk about in terms of precipitation, but what we are going to see is our cold front push through, and that's only going to help drop our temperatures even further. So here's all the warmth that we were in earlier today. Places like Binghamton still in the 60s, but check out what we've got in store tonight and into tomorrow. We've got 40s and 30s on our hands once we get into tomorrow morning, and that's also going to come with some rain. So again, we've got the winds dying down. We're quiet until we get to tomorrow morning, but then we turn our heads to another pretty active system. As early as tomorrow morning, I think we've got widespread rain on our hands, maybe even mixing with a little bit of sleet at times, but I do think we should be relatively warm enough for all rain. I do think it will be coming down steady at times, so the morning commute will definitely be one where the roads will be pretty wet. Will turn into a more showery situation towards the afternoon, but again, those colder temperatures are only going to come pouring in. We'll have highs around the 40s for Monday afternoon, but then once we finally drop below freezing, all of that rain that we see from earlier on in the day will turn over to snow showers. And I do think there's a decent chance at getting some accumulating lake effect snow starting Monday night into Tuesday as temperatures only continue to drop into the 20s. I'm thinking maybe an inch, maybe up to 3 in some of those localized heavier bands. So just to reiterate, tonight we've got really a dry sky. The winds are only going to die down and temperatures dropping into the 40s and 30s. And tomorrow we see that extra burst of rain showers that will eventually turn to snow. So definitely a very active weather day here, Isabel. We were seeing just all of that damage being reported. Alex loved covering that story with the tree falling. Definitely very hard to see. It was kind of a tale of two sides of it. A lot of people enjoyed the warmth, but it caused a lot of headaches too.
Absolutely. I saw a bunch of kids out in the neighborhood excited, wearing t-shirts and eager to get out and enjoy that warm weather. But really those instances where it gets dangerous and crosses over to that with all those downed trees, but luckily nobody was hurt in that house.
Yeah, so that's always good.
Thank you so much for those updates, Christine. And coming up